My dramatic story is, he blacked my eye. He blacked my eye. That's the
Physical.
physically, right? It was the final and much needed physical representation, right, of something that had been going on. Because you spoke earlier, right? There could be infidelity, right? Physical, sexual, financial. Do you know what I mean? Abuse also, right? Spiritual, financial, right? Emotional,
Emotional, all the
mental, different ways, right? They're not, right? All a dot in the eye. But the dot in the eye was the thing that kind of shattered me to say that, wait a minute, what are you pretending not to see?
mm,
What are you pretending not to see? And in that moment, when I realized, as we talked earlier, that what I was holding on to is that I didn't want to be divorced twice.
mm,
I didn't want to be a single mother of three. I didn't necessarily want to be single again.
again.
All these things that I didn't want, right? And I thought, but what do I want? Because I also don't want to be disrespected. I also don't want to have to be making excuses. I also don't, you know what I mean? Want to be losing respect for myself. So what is it that I really do want, you know? And what I wanted was to be free and to be a good mother and to be fully expressed as myself. And those were things that I couldn't do inside of that marriage. So whatever other consequences came with it, now I'm divorced twice. Now that story was a sham. Right? Now I got to make dinner every day for these kids because he's not here to do it, right? There were things that happened, right, as a result of the divorce, but the good things also happened.
Right. The black eye that you talk about, and I'm so sorry to hear that. We all have a story, and too often people don't wanna share, right, their own personal story because it's painful. You used the word dramatic, but you also said it was a representation of what was already happening, and that black eye was something you could no longer be dishonest about. Like, how do you sweep that under the carpet and pretend with family and friends that that didn't happen? So it's like, okay, there was a, I don't know why I remember this movie every once in a while, but it was a Denzel Washington film. He was a pilot. And at the end of the movie, because his character was not the best. Okay.
Right.
And at the end of the movie, he was on trial for something, attorney, you can probably
Yep.
relate.
Yep.
And he was asked a question and he told the truth, which he knew if he told the truth, he was going to jail.
Hmm.
But when he was asked later, I think by his son, right, in prison, and his son asked him, "Why did you tell the truth?" And he said it had gotten to the point where he literally could not tell one more lie. It's like he had ran out of lies. Like, I cannot tell one more lie. And when you mentioned the black eye, for me, that's what I saw was that was the last. I cannot pretend this one didn't happen. Is it the reality when we talk about, like, disillusion, right? We talk about marriages that don't work out. Does it have to come to a point where they literally have to face the reality and go from what they desired to, "This is really disconnected." Like, how do they make that transition safely? How did you do
Right.
it safely?